Do you ever look around and think, wow, the world is a crazy place, and it just seems to get crazier and crazier? Ease your mind and take a break. This is Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We're a hub for inspirational Christian sermons, practical keys for Christian living, and Christian discussions and interviews. You'll be inspired to live the life that you were created for. Your host is a top-ranking podcaster, best-selling author, world record holder, aerospace engineer, life coach, evangelist, and founder of John Giftah International. Welcome to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah.
Hey, do you think that, John, I think it's all about luck. Favor is just luck, being at the right place at the right time. I want you to understand that there is an element of favor upon your life where God's going to open doors no man can shut. There is a favor upon your life where you're going to be at the right place at the right time. You're going to meet the right person. Suddenly things are going to shift. All that is true, but you cannot neglect the aspect of the process which will help you be ready for that moment that would be a life-changing moment for you. I'm going to talk to you on this important thing because many people are missing out and messing up on this part. They're thinking favor is just about an element of luck. It's not. There is an important aspect to note. I want you to stay tuned where I'm going to share this, that you cannot fake it till you make it. Description, I would love to hear from you as well. So what I want you to understand is an important thing, that some people have been thinking that favor is like an element of luck. That, when we talk about, wow, it so happened that Rebecca was in the right place at the right time to give water for a man whom she didn't know. She just went to help him. And that changed the trajectory of her life, ending up with Isaac. When you think about Ruth and Boaz being at the right place at the right time, it so happened that morning Boaz happened to go to the field. At that same time, Ruth was in the field. So it's about being at the right place at the right time. But what I want you to understand is it's not an element of luck. It's not going to happen if you're all the time just lazing around, being complacent and just dreaming and hoping that God will help you be at the right place at the right time. You cannot fake it till you make it, because a lot of people use this terminology, fake it till you make it. You cannot do that, and I'm going to tell you why. If you want to climb to the top of Mount Everest, you cannot just go directly to the top on a helicopter. You'll be excited for a minute and say, yay, I reached the top. And the next minute, you're going to be at the top, heaven. Why? Because you cannot bypass the element of process. You cannot neglect the process that is required that will prepare you and propel you towards your destiny. A lot of people today, when we talk about the aspect of favor, that God is going to open the right door at the right time, that God is going to help you be at the right place at the right time, meet the right person. When you look at stories like how Ruth and Boaz met, we say, wow, that is so cool. Boaz was in the field when Ruth was going to the field. It was just the right time. It was an element of coincidence or luck. Or when you say that it just happened by chance. Or when we talk about the incident in Genesis 24, that it so happened that day when Rebecca went to fetch water, a life changed altogether. We look at the aspect and say, wow, maybe it was just luck for Rebecca. Maybe it was just God's favor is like luck. No, God's favor is not like luck. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you have to remember something here. People may say, maybe it was that just on that day, Rebecca happened to go and fetch water. And it so happened that she went at the right time. And maybe she was a kind person, so she went to give water for the camels, and that changed her life. But that's not the way it is. Because why? Many people today are sitting on the sidelines and just being lazy and complacent and waiting for God to show out His favor upon their life. Why isn't God opening doors no man can shut? Why isn't God helping me be at the right place at the right time? Why isn't God doing this in my life? Why isn't God shifting people across? Why am I not seeing the manifestation of God's favor? And what I want you to understand today is this important truth, that you cannot just sit on the sidelines and do nothing and expect God to do something really big. It was not an element of luck that Rebecca was able to give water for all the camels. I want you to understand something here. See, there's certain things you can fake it. Like imagine if that was the only day she went to fetch water. Maybe she was a kind person. She wanted to genuinely help a man who wanted water. So she was a kind person. So you can fake kindness. Like, okay, I can come and show I'm very kind and nice to you. I can fake kindness. I can fake love for a while, like show that I'm very loving and caring person. All these things you can fake it, right? But what I want you to know is that, or you can also say that she could be someone who never used to fetch water, but it could be that on that day she happened to go to fetch water. But you have to remember that she gave water for all the camels. And giving water for all the camels, each camel on an average will drink 20 gallons of water. Which means that she would have spent over an hour and a half giving water for the camels. Okay, now why am I sharing that? See, I can fake kindness. I can fake showing that I love you. I can fake that I care for you. I can fake certain things. But there's something I cannot fake. That is the physical stamina required to do that assignment. She could fake everything else. Even if she did fake it, she could fake being kind. She could fake being loving and all that. But she could not fake the physical stamina required to fetch water and give water for all the camels. Are you able to understand what I'm saying? If Rebecca was able to give water for all the camels, it means that she had a habit of getting water regularly. And she had been doing this regularly. And that is why she was able to handle it. This is why many people are missing out. This is why many people are thinking, oh, I can just fake it till I make it. It's not going to happen. Why? Because you need to go through the process to be ready for that God-given moment. You need to go through the process for you to be ready, prepared to handle the weight of that miracle moment. Imagine even if Rebecca had a good heart and she said, I'll help you, but if she could not help, if she fainted in between, or if she got too tired and gave up in between and quit or whatever, she would have missed it. So it's not just enough for you to have a good heart and faith. You should also have the physical stamina to accomplish your task. You should have the ability to accomplish the weight of your assignment. That will come only when you do it as a habit on a regular basis. Are you thinking about what I'm saying? Because many people think, if I do once in a while, I do this, I do that, that's enough. No, you need to do it as a habit. Because Rebecca was habitually doing this, she was not slopping around, she was not complacent and lazy, she was not taking shortcuts and going compromise and all the different things. She was staying true to it. And that's why she was ready for it. If you're taking shortcuts, if you're trying to fake it, and you're trying to put a different picture, you won't be able to handle the weight of it. That physical stamina you will not have. That real tenacity you will not have. You will have it only when you go through the process. Everybody says, when will I go to the palace like Joseph? Or to the throne like David? They were not going there to sit on a vacation. When you think about what was upon Joseph's head when he went to the palace, that he had to organize, arrange food for so many years, for so many people. Think about how much of planning was involved. Think about how much of weight was upon his shoulders. Many of us forget all of that. We are just sitting, waiting, when will God take me to the palace? You have no idea how much of weight is required to handle that. If you can't handle this, how are you going to handle that? Think about it. That's why I'm telling you, be willing to go through that process. And stop trying to take shortcuts, trying to fake it. And understand, when you go through that, like she was habitually going to fetch water. That is why she was ready when the opportunity came. Right? When you are thinking about even Boaz. If Boaz was someone who was like complacent, why should I go to the field? Everybody's anyway doing their job. Why should I go and check what's happening in the field? If he was complacent, he would have never met Ruth. But because he was diligent in his assignment, he was not taking shortcuts. When you are in that place where you're doing what is right, when you're going through the process and doing that, that's when you'll suddenly step into those moments that will be life-changing. Suddenly, you'll meet the right person. Suddenly, your life will turn around. Suddenly, things will shift in your favor. Lord, I pray that this word will go forth and make an impact in the lives of those who are watching and listening, oh God. That even as they take the step to move towards their assignment, let them not take shortcuts or compromise. Let them go through the process. Let them go through whatever you have assigned for them, so that through that process, they will enhance your kingdom. Through that process, they will build your empire. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Lord, we give you the glory, the honor, and the praise.
You've been listening to Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. We hope you were blessed and inspired to live the life that God has for you. Make sure to subscribe to the John Giftah YouTube channel for regular uploads of sermons, skits, interviews, and more. Follow John Giftah on Instagram for regular inspirational posts. And don't forget to check out the best-selling books written by John Giftah, Who Am I?, which will help you understand your identity, and the latest #1 bestseller, Unveil Your Purpose, helping you discover your purpose and to start walking in it. Make sure to leave a rating and review, and be sure to share it with your friends and loved ones. If you'd like to donate, you can find the PayPal link in the description. And if you'd like to invite John Giftah to speak at your event or to get more details, go to the website at www.johngiftah.com. See you on the next episode of The Fuel for the Soul with John Giftah. God bless you.
If your heart stops beating now, do you know where you're going? If you came face to face with death now, do you know where you're going? And this is not a message of condemnation. This is a message of hope. There is a God who loves you so much. He sent His only Son, Jesus Christ, to come down and pay a heavy price by shedding every drop of His blood on the cross.
Thank you for dying for my sins.
When you believe in Him, you have free gift of salvation for you.
That assures us that we will go to heaven when we die instead of suffering in hell forever.
I just encourage you today to make the simple step of faith and say, Jesus, I thank you for what you did on the cross. Thank you for giving me this gift of eternal life.